Ronell Tidwell, better known in Albany, Georgia as Coach Tidwell. He was a prolific Little League football coach. He coaches the Little League Raiders on the east side of Albany at Thornton Gym. Coach Tidwell was known for his unique coaching style and great personality. Who could have imagined that this dynamic Little League coach had a dark side that would be revealed later? His Little League Raider team was deadly on offense and defense, outlining the inner being of the coach's darkest side. As he taught his boys how to devour their opponents like an assassin, their style of play was a prophecy to the young dynamic coach's future. Later in 2017, the small city was shaken when the beloved coach showed in the most wanted section of the local news for double murders. In a shocking and long-awaited development, Ronell Lee Tidwell, a 40-year-old man with outstanding warrants related to 2 cold-case homicides, kidnapping, robbery, and aggravated assault, was apprehended in Roselawn, Cincinnati, Ohio. This arrest, made by the U.S. Marshals Southern Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Strike Team, in collaboration with Georgia law enforcement agencies, has not only brought a renewed sense of hope to the families of the victims, but also underscores the tireless efforts of law enforcement in solving cold cases. Chapter 1: The Albany Homicides, a Community in Turmoil. Jessica Bryant's tragic end. The chilling events that unfolded on October 18, 2014, left the serene city of Albany, Georgia, in a state of shock and mourning. On that fateful day, Jessica Bryant, a 28-year-old mother of 2, was brutally assaulted inside her residence on South Cleveland Street. The horror of the crime was amplified by the fact that she was shot in her own kitchen while holding one of her children. The perpetrator, shrouded in a mask, exhibited ruthless determination upon entering her home, leaving her family traumatized and the community in disbelief. The impact of this gruesome murder on the community cannot be overstated. Jessica Bryant was not just another victim, she was a beloved member of Albany, known for her kindness and generosity. The shockwaves from her death reverberated through the city, prompting an outpouring of grief and a deep desire for justice among residents. Jimmy Jackson's mysterious disappearance. Almost a year later, on July 23, 2015, Albany was struck by yet another grim incident. Jimmy Jackson, a 38-year-old man, was reported missing under mysterious circumstances. The circumstances surrounding his disappearance were baffling, and the uncertainty cast a long shadow over the city. For 2 agonizing years, his whereabouts remained unknown, leaving his loved ones and the community in a state of perpetual distress. The disappearance of Jimmy Jackson compounded the sense of unease that had gripped Albany since Jessica Bryant's murder. Families became increasingly cautious, and the once tight-knit community felt a growing sense of vulnerability. The lingering uncertainties surrounding both cases deepened the collective longing for resolution and justice. The unsolved mysteries loom large. These 2 cases, while seemingly unrelated, were united by their status as cold cases that had stymied investigators for an extended period. The families of Jessica Bryant and Jimmy Jackson were left grappling with a deep and unrelenting pain as they desperately sought answers and closure. In a bid to reignite these investigations and bring the perpetrators to justice, Albany Police Department Detective Terrence Bryant, in an interview on October 1, 2017, acknowledged the gravity of the situation. With the cases growing colder, the authorities decided to reach out to the U.S. Marshals Service, suspecting that several individuals, including Ronell Tidwell, had fled the state, making their capture all the more challenging. The emotional toll of living with unsolved cases in the community cannot be underestimated. Families, friends, and neighbors continued to be haunted by the specter of violence that had shattered their sense of security. The need for answers and closure became a shared burden that weighed heavily on the collective psyche of Albany. Chapter 2: The Pursuit of Justice. Ronell Tidwell, a fugitive of great concern. Ronell Tidwell, a name etched in the list of suspects in both the Jessica Bryant and Jimmy Jackson cases, was not an ordinary fugitive. The charges he faced were of the gravest nature, including homicide, kidnapping, robbery, and aggravated assault. His elusiveness and continued freedom had been a source of frustration for law enforcement agencies and the families of the victims alike. Ronell Tidwell's criminal history and involvement in these heinous crimes made him a figure of great concern. The fact that he had managed to evade capture for an extended period raised questions about the effectiveness of law enforcement's efforts and the challenges they faced in bringing him to justice. The U.S. Marshals Service takes the lead. The U.S. Marshals Service has earned a formidable reputation for its unwavering commitment to tracking down fugitives and ensuring justice is served. In this particular case, the Southern Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Strike Team, SOFOST, a task force comprising local, state, and federal authorities, played a pivotal role. SOFOST was alerted by Georgia authorities that Ronell Tidwell was believed to be residing in the Cincinnati area. Recognizing the urgency of the situation and the need to apprehend a dangerous fugitive, the task force sprang into action, deploying their extensive resources, experience, and collaboration across jurisdictions. The involvement of the U.S. Marshals Service brought renewed hope to the investigation. It signaled that the highest levels of law enforcement were committed to resolving these cold cases and bringing the perpetrators to justice. For the first time in years, there was a palpable sense that the tide might be turning in favor of the victims and their families. Chapter 3: SOFOST, a fugitive-focused task force. The composite force of SOFOST. SOFOST, Cincinnati's dedicated fugitive-focused task force, is a powerhouse comprised of a range of law enforcement agencies. Its collaborative strength is drawn from the Adult Parole Authority, Hamilton County Sheriff's Office, Butler County Probation Office, Colerain Township Police Department, Department of Homeland Security/Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Harrison Police Department, Social Security Administration Office of the Inspector General, St. Bernard Police, and Warren County Prosecutor's Office. This collective effort ensures that no fugitive can evade justice for long. The composition of SOFOST is a testament to the seriousness with which the authorities approach cases involving dangerous fugitives like Ronell Tidwell. It represents a pooling of resources, expertise, and jurisdictional reach to ensure that no stone is left unturned in the pursuit of justice. The methodical approach of SOFOST. The remarkable success of SOFOST lies in its systematic approach to tracking and apprehending fugitives. Equipped with extensive resources, access to databases, and a wealth of experience, this task force leaves no stone unturned. In the case of Ronell Tidwell, the team meticulously pieced together information, conducted surveillance, and coordinated efforts across jurisdictions to locate and apprehend the fugitive. The methodical approach of SOFOST is a reflection of the complexity of fugitive apprehension. Fugitives often go to great lengths to evade capture, and solving cold cases requires a level of dedication and attention to detail that SOFOST embodies. Chapter 4: The Arrest and Extradition. The capture of Ronell Tidwell. A pivotal moment in the pursuit of justice arrived on a day that would prove to be transformative for both the investigation and the victims' families. In Roselawn, Cincinnati, Ohio, Ronell Tidwell was located and arrested without incident. This development not only ensured the safety of the local community but also marked a monumental milestone in the journey toward justice for the victims and their grieving families. The capture of Ronell Tidwell represented a triumph of law enforcement's persistence and a glimmer of hope for the victims' families. It was a momentous event that brought the community one step closer to closure and resolution. Ronell Tidwell's custodial status. Following his arrest, Ronell Tidwell was placed in custody at the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office. Here, he faces the weight of the charges against him, which include his alleged involvement in the cold-case homicides of Jessica Bryant and Jimmy Jackson, as well as charges of kidnapping, robbery, and aggravated assault. Tidwell's confinement serves as a beacon of hope for the victims' families, who have waited years for closure. The process of ensuring that Tidwell remains in custody is a crucial step toward justice. It is a testament to the determination of law enforcement and the commitment to upholding the rule of law. Extradition, a journey back to Georgia. The next significant step in this legal process is Ronell Tidwell's extradition to Georgia, the jurisdiction where the crimes were committed. Once back on Georgia soil, he will face the legal proceedings that will determine his guilt or innocence. This marks the beginning of a judicial journey that holds the promise of closure for the families of Jessica Bryant and Jimmy Jackson and the accountability of Ronell Tidwell for his alleged actions. Extradition is a complex legal process that requires adherence to legal protocols and procedures. It is a critical phase in the pursuit of justice, as it ensures that the accused faces trial in the jurisdiction where the crimes occurred. Chapter 5: Closure and Hope. The weight of cold cases on communities. Cold case investigations are a heavy burden on communities. They leave families in a perpetual state of uncertainty, fear, and grief, wondering if justice will ever be served. The arrest of Ronell Tidwell represents a significant stride toward closure for the grieving families of Jessica Bryant and Jimmy Jackson. It serves as a poignant reminder that cold cases, while challenging, are not forgotten by law enforcement agencies committed to seeing them through to resolution. The impact of cold cases on communities is profound. They create a sense of unease and distrust as unresolved crimes linger in the collective memory. The pursuit of justice is not only about holding individuals accountable, but also about healing the wounds inflicted on communities. The resilience and dedication of law enforcement. The resolution of cold cases demands unwavering determination and collaboration among law enforcement agencies. The dedication shown by the U.S. Marshals Service and the SOFOS Task Force in capturing Ronell Tidwell is a testament to their commitment to solving even the most protracted and enigmatic cases. It sends a powerful message to the community that justice may be delayed, but it will not be denied. The dedication of law enforcement agencies in cold case investigations is a testament to their commitment to justice. It reflects the values of accountability, fairness, and the relentless pursuit of truth. Chapter 6: The Impact on the Victims' Families. A long-awaited ray of hope. The families of Jessica Bryant and Jimmy Jackson have endured a long and harrowing journey in their quest for justice. The arrest of Ronell Tidwell represents a ray of hope, a beacon that has illuminated the path toward closure. While the pain and trauma of losing loved ones cannot be erased, knowing that the person allegedly responsible for their suffering is in custody brings a measure of solace. The impact of violent crimes on families is immeasurable. They bear the scars of loss and trauma, and the pursuit of justice offers them the prospect of healing and resolution. The ongoing struggle for closure. Closure is an elusive concept, especially in the realm of cold cases. Even after Tidwell's arrest, the legal process will unfold, bringing its own set of challenges and emotions. The families will be called upon to testify, reliving the painful events of the past. However, this process also offers an opportunity for them to confront their tormentors and seek the answers they have long yearned for. The journey toward closure is not a linear one. It involves facing the past and finding a way to move forward, and it is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Chapter 7: The Road Ahead. Legal Proceedings and Accountability. The legal proceedings. With Ronell Tidwell's arrest, the legal proceedings will commence in earnest. He will be afforded due process, including the right to a fair trial. The evidence against him will be examined, witnesses will testify, and the truth will be pursued rigorously. The legal proceedings are a cornerstone of the justice system, ensuring that individuals are held accountable for their actions. They represent a critical phase in the pursuit of justice for the victims and their families. Accountability and closure. For the families of Jessica Bryant and Jimmy Jackson, accountability is paramount. The legal system will determine Tidwell's guilt or innocence, and if found guilty, he will be held accountable for his actions. Regardless of the outcome, this process represents a significant step toward closure for the families. Accountability is a fundamental principle of justice. It ensures that those who have committed crimes are held responsible for their actions, providing a measure of closure to victims and their families. Chapter 8: A Community United. The Role of the Community. The community of Albany, Georgia, has been deeply affected by the tragedies surrounding Jessica Bryant and Jimmy Jackson. Their support for the victims' families has been unwavering, and their resilience in the face of adversity is a testament to the strength of the human spirit. The impact of violent crimes reverberates far beyond the immediate victims and their families. It extends to the entire community, leaving a collective sense of shock, grief, and vulnerability. In Albany, the residents rallied around the families of Jessica Bryant and Jimmy Jackson, offering their condolences, support, and assistance in any way possible. Neighbors, friends, and even strangers came together, attending memorial services, organizing fundraisers to assist the families with their financial burdens, and creating support networks to ensure that they did not have to endure their pain alone. The outpouring of compassion and solidarity was a source of comfort for the families, reminding them that they were not alone in their quest for justice. The role of advocacy groups. Advocacy groups and organizations dedicated to helping the families of cold case victims have played a crucial role in keeping these cases in the public eye. Their efforts have kept the pressure on law enforcement agencies and ensured that these cases remained a priority. These advocacy groups serve as tireless advocates for the families of victims, providing emotional support, legal guidance, and a platform to amplify their voices. They understand the unique challenges faced by those who have lost loved ones to unsolved crimes and work tirelessly to ensure that their stories are heard. One such organization, the Albany Justice Advocates, emerged as a powerful force in the pursuit of justice for Jessica Bryant and Jimmy Jackson. Comprising individuals who were deeply affected by the cases, as well as legal experts, activists, and volunteers, this group dedicated itself to advocating for the families and pushing for a resolution. Through rallies, awareness campaigns, and community outreach, these advocacy groups have played an instrumental role in keeping the cases alive in the public consciousness. They have also lobbied for improvements in cold case investigations, urging law enforcement agencies to allocate more resources to unsolved cases and implement innovative techniques to crack them. Community vigils and memorials. Throughout the years, the community of Albany came together in a series of vigils and memorials to honor the memory of Jessica Bryant and Jimmy Jackson. These gatherings not only served as opportunities for collective grieving but also as expressions of unity and determination to see justice served. The vigils were often emotionally charged events, with family members sharing their stories and expressing their unwavering commitment to finding answers. These gatherings provided a platform for the families to remind everyone that their loved ones were not just statistics but individuals whose lives had been tragically cut short. The impact on Albany's fabric. The enduring impact of these cases on Albany's fabric cannot be overstated. The city was forever changed by the violent acts that took place within its boundaries. While the scars left by these crimes may never fully heal, the community's response has demonstrated its resilience and determination to stand together in the face of adversity. These cases have also brought to light the need for continued community support for crime victims and their families. As Albany united in its pursuit of justice, it emphasized the importance of empathy, compassion, and solidarity in times of crisis. Chapter 9: Justice Deferred but Not Denied. The arrest of Ronell Lee Tidwell in Cincinnati, Ohio, represents a monumental development in the pursuit of justice for the cold case homicides of Jessica Bryant and Jimmy Jackson. It signifies the unwavering dedication of law enforcement agencies and the collaborative power of task forces like SOFOST. As Ronell Tidwell faces the charges against him and prepares for extradition, the families of Jessica Bryant and Jimmy Jackson can take solace in the fact that their loved ones are one step closer to receiving the justice they deserve. This case serves as a powerful reminder that, even in the face of time and adversity, the pursuit of justice never wavers. Justice deferred is not justice denied. The arrest of Ronell Tidwell is a testament to the enduring commitment of law enforcement and the resilience of communities in their quest for resolution and accountability. As the legal proceedings unfold, the families of Jessica Bryant and Jimmy Jackson, along with the community of Albany, Georgia, will continue to seek closure and healing, holding fast to the belief that justice will ultimately prevail. In the pursuit of justice, communities like Albany, Georgia, remind us of the resilience and unity that can overcome even the darkest of times. Ronell Lee Tidwell's arrest marked a significant step toward closure for the victims' families and the entire community. We hope you found this video informative and insightful. If you'd like to stay updated on this case and more compelling stories, please consider subscribing to our channel and hitting that notification bell. Your support allows us to continue bringing you stories that matter. If you have any thoughts or comments on this case or would like us to cover a specific topic, please share your feedback in the comments section below. We value your input and look forward to engaging with our community. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.